Recording.
Welcome to another episode of EPZ Unleash haphazard series. Today, I was wanting to talk about aliens. Who are the aliens? Are we the aliens? Or are some other being the aliens? You think about it, people say that there's aliens on other planets, right? And they're supposed to be like superior and so intelligent. Then why come they haven't come and hollered at us? And if they did come holler at us, why are they hiding if they're so much superior to us? It makes you think about it, right? Makes you think, why do they depict these aliens to be with these big old ginormous heads? Is it because their brains are bigger? I don't know. Is it because they've blown their thumbs and it swells up their head? Who knows? But why are they called aliens? We're not called aliens. But if they're not from here, would that make them foreigners? Something to think about, right? Right? Okay. So if they're on this other planet somewhere and they have this mega city where all this mega stuff is going on with all this mega intelligence and mega technology, and they fear us, why haven't they tried to destroy us yet? Makes you think. Then you think, okay, there's like a quadrillion different galaxies just besides the Milky Way, right? So if there's a quadrillion different galaxies outside of the Milky Way, then do they think we're foreigners as well? Have they traveled into the Milky Way? Are they lactose intolerant? We don't know, right? So it also brings this question to mind. If they're lactose intolerant, then why do they call the moon a cheese? Does their moon not have cheese? We think about that, right? Right? And how come, that little picture they have with like the little kid sitting on the moon and he's like just chilling on the tip of the moon? They call it the man in the moon. Why isn't there a woman? There's not a woman on the moon? Makes you think, don't it? Then I was thinking too, why, besides their big heads, why did they make them have like long naked bodies? They ain't got clothes, but they're supposed to be so much smarter than us. Why wouldn't they have clothes? You know? Or a gown, at least a muumuu. Why are they all skinny? Do they not have McDonald's there? No McDonald's? Man. So then who would be the Big Mac? I think about these kind of things when I'm up late at night, and they just make me wonder, like who's making all these alien type of decisions? Who is actually the alien? Is Kobe an alien? Maybe he came from a different space and time. And if they are more intelligent, then that means they could probably, their technology is probably way more intelligent. So that means they can go back in time and change our way of thinking about aliens, right? Or they go in the future and be friends with us, you know? Are they the ones that came up with a smartphone? Maybe, maybe. What if they're not really that smart? We're just not as smart. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes you think. It's like, hmm. And some planets have multiple moons. Does that mean that they sleep more? Makes you think, right? And some planets, they don't even turn like Earth turns. They're like we turn one whole year in 365 days, right? Their year is like double that. Some of them are shorter than that. Shorter. But their day is longer. Like we have a 24-hour day. They have like a 64-hour day. Crazy. The whole time to sleep, 64 hours. Who doesn't want to sleep for 64 hours and wake up refreshed? You don't want to sleep for 64 hours? Well, how long is the longest you've ever slept that made you feel like energized? 2 hours? 4 hours? Four? 4 hours. 4 hours is a good time to sleep. Would you be like Supergirl and you just be able to have all this energy after 4 hours? Or would you need fuel? Would you need to eat something like a ring ding or a cracker pack or a yogurt? Maybe something like that fuels the aliens. Maybe they're repelled because we have so much water on our planet. I watched this one movie and the aliens, the water was toxic to them. And when they realized that the water was toxic to these aliens, that's how they used to defend them because the aliens was trying to take them all out. So it seemed. I mean, you're outside, you chilling, and you see this big old 8 foot tall, skinny monster thing walking towards you. Are you gonna be scared? What are you gonna do? Run away, right? What if the alien runs away from you? That would make it seem like they were afraid of you, right? So would you come back and try to make friends? No? But they're afraid of you too. How are you guys gonna get along if you don't try to speak to each other?
Maybe.
See, in that movie that I watched, I don't recall any of the aliens attacking before they were attacked, you know? Then they started to attack. But they probably were just coming down here to just say, hey, y'all water is disgusting and it's gonna be nasty. We don't have it on our planet. We suggest y'all don't have it on y'all's. But, you know, some people was like, they trying to get at us. They trying to hurt us. We gotta take these aliens out. So that comes back to the question, who are the real aliens? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So we're all aliens, so we should all get along, right? That's what I'm thinking. So like if any of the aliens are out there in radio land, how can we know who you are if we don't speak your language? And do you speak our language? Is it sign language, body language, facial language? What kind of language is it? It's like a blah, 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 like that.
Yeah.
Well, who would understand that language and then be able to translate it so that we would know what they're saying?
The alien king.
The Alien King? Okay, okay. So they know our language as well as their own language. That way they could translate it, right? I see, I see. That's a very valid point. But most king and queens, they don't come off that throne. So they would have to take something very important for them to get off that throne to come down and say, hey there, we have to speak to y'all. We don't like y'all water. And we want a whole bush of your potatoes. Like, what if they just came down to take all the potatoes off the whole planet?
Will they come?
What if they took all the potatoes? You need a potato to make a potato, right? I don't know either. Kayla, do you need a potato to make a potato? You
Yeah.
do? The potato is the seed. So if the aliens came down and took all our potatoes, we wouldn't ever have potatoes again. Could you bring this a little closer to me? My neck is starting to hurt. So, thank you. So, if potatoes need other potatoes to grow, then that means we need other we's to grow, right? Yeah. So the aliens would need other aliens to grow too, right? The lactose intolerant ones. But what if they don't go through the Milky Way? What if they got some other means of travel? There's like, I think I saw this thing where they said it was like 1 billion other galaxies inside of our galaxy. And then those galaxies have billions of galaxies inside those galaxies. When are they going to invent time travel? When are they going to invent teleporting?
Um, 78.
2078.
Yeah.
Man, we'll both be gone. That's quite some time from now. What? 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 They're big. Are they too big?
Yeah,
No way.
it can't, this ain't gonna fit in there.
Of course it will. Of course it will. Of course it will.
It's gonna go up the sides. Or it's gonna have to be folded under, and if it's folded under, then that means the P could go under.
No, I think that if it is too big, then it'll be on the edge.
I said go up the side.
Yeah, but I don't think they're too big. That's the same size I bought his other ones. Yeah. You gonna go try it out? I knew it. Or she's gonna go get another one. We're discussing puppy pads now, reusable puppy pads. If you haven't tried reusable puppy pads and you are with a mess of puppies, I would recommend it. Like you guys know, I'm disabled. I have a puppy, and I'm not able to take him in and out the house to use the bathroom. So, that's not you can't count that. I'm gonna throw that away anyway. You could throw that away.
This is the same size as the other ones that
That's the one that what's the name gave me.
yeah, but this is the same size as the other ones. They're all just dirty, so I'm not about to touch them.
They're all that same size.
Yeah,
Let's see. She's comparing my old pads to his old pads. I can't see the other one. Oh, maybe it shrunk. Maybe they shrink like a little bit. But I thought bigger was probably better than smaller, though, don't you think?
they ain't gonna have no choice but to see. Granted, these was
Because they had like that size, and then they had a really little size. So I just opted to get this size.
see. These are big.
Does it say the size on the package? I think it was like 32 by something.
That's
Yeah, see,
pieces. Oh no, 36 by 41.
yeah, 36 by 41. That whole thing in there is 39 by something. I think. I could be wrong. But you got more puppy pads now. That's a good thing, right? Sure. And definitely throw that one away that keeps leaking. That is no longer our problem anymore. Aside from puppy pads, I found it to be very helpful for my puppy to be able to use the restroom and relieve himself whenever possible. So the puppy pads work really great. I bought I think it's called like a tent It's like a big. I bought him a little one, but now he has a big one. He's a bigger boy now, and he has a tent. And I put the puppy pads inside the tent so that you don't see his mess. And most of the absorbents is supposed to take the smell away. Doesn't smell as bad, but you can still smell it if it gets too much. Um, it was a great investment. I think I save at least maybe I say about 100, $150 a month. No, a year. No, wait a minute. Let me see. I used to buy his puppy pads for like $20 a box at Sam's Club, and I used to buy them like every other month. So yeah, I'll say about $150 a month or a year on puppy pads. I saved that by buying maybe $60 worth of reusable pads that we shake off all the mess and wash them separately in the washer. Add a little vinegar, kill some of the smell. Add some little peroxide if it gets really bad. Um, but yes, reusable puppy pads will save you some bread. Look it up. And don't get the cheap ones. Do not settle for cheap. You can settle for inexpensive, but do not go cheap because the cheap ones have a weird backing that doesn't stick to the bottom, so the urine can drip right off, and it's a nasty mess. Oh, thank you so very much for that. So back to this alien. So why are aliens depicted to be gray? Is it because they're not by our sun? Do they not have melanin? And why do they all have big heads and long, skinny, naked bodies? Very seldom do you see an alien drawing with clothes on. Why is that?
Um, it's a glow.
They're broke. So they're very smart. They have great technology, but they're busted. Dang. So they ain't got no Dollar General? What about a Family Dollar? Walmart? They don't have McDonald's or a Walmart? Man, the things you could find out from these young kids these days. How old are you, young lady?
Eight.
An 8-year-old. Man, you could find out all kinds of stuff from an 8-year-old. So if they don't have no clothes, so it's not cold there? No, it's not cold at all. So it's nice, sunny. They're starving and they're broke. There you go, guys. That's the aliens for the millennia. The millennials tell us that the sun is not the aliens' friends. Maybe that's why they don't come to us because we're close to the sun. Are we the third planet from the sun, Kayla?
Mm-hmm.
Are we the third planet from the sun?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, we are. We're the third planet from the sun. And how come all the planets in our solar system, none of them look like Earth? They all look dry and ashy or super, super, super hot. Our planet is like blue and colorful. Like it's crazy, right? Like why are all these planets around us? And did you know, I just found this out this morning. Did you know that the planets don't circle? They like spiral? Ain't that wild? They spiral all around the sun. Like you think like when you see somebody make a project of a solar system, they're all like on this trajectory that they're all spinning around it. But it's not like that. The sun and us, we all move and we're all chasing the sun. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, but it goes like it's a spiral. Like it starts off here and it'll go down like this, and then it'll go out. But the whole time it's chasing the sun. It's like the sun's gravitational pull keeps them all close enough not to go directly into the sun, you know? Ain't that trippy to think about? And I thought this whole time they were going in a whole circle, but it's not. And like Jupiter is like the sixth planet away from the sun, I think. And the how far, like you see, like your bead on your wrist, like that bead is the sun, right? Jupiter is like clear over to where your house is, and it's a itty bitty bead too. That's how far away from the sun it is. And did you know there's rings around Jupiter, right? It's made up of like rocks. They said rocks as big as mountains. Ain't that crazy? Rocks as big as mountains make up these rings that are going around Jupiter. But when you look a picture at them, you see them like it looks like a blade, right? Like a blade, but it's not. It's like a whole bunch of rocks and stuff that's just been broken up into pieces and it just collects to that belt around Jupiter. I think is it Saturn that has the other rings? Kayla, do you know what other planet has the rings?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Saturn too. Saturn's rocks, the belts around that one is really, 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 really small, almost like dust particles. Isn't that interesting? I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. Whoever thought about this stuff besides me? Clearly thousands of people because there's so many studies of the planets and their arrangement and their functionality. Do you think there's people that's been in space? Yeah. Where'd they go?
Uh, they went,
Clearly couldn't go to McDonald's.
they went in a plane, not like a plane, but like in a space ship. And then
Got in a spaceship. And where'd they go? Up. Yeah. Uh-huh.
top
To travel above us in space, huh? Did they visit any particular planet? Or are they still looking for a Burger King?
uh
They can have it their way. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Very, very interesting. I also wanted to bring up the point that a lot of Philadelphia fans, whether you're a baseball, basketball, football, hockey fan, they're mad at the owner of the 76ers for buying a team outside of Philadelphia. But these people are billionaires and they got money to invest in things. And if an opportunity came to where you can own a team to continue your generational wealth, wouldn't you jump into that? Like, wouldn't you do that? Of course you would, because you have the money to do so, and it's an opportunity to own a national football league. So I don't understand why people are mad at somebody for making an investment that is for the betterment of them as a person. Maybe not for the city, but for them. Amaya, let's say you had a bike company, right? And you only made bikes. And everybody knows that you make really good bikes, right? Fast, slow, big, tall. some for little kids, some for adults. You make all kinds of bikes, right? And you've made so much money making these bikes, you thought, you know what? I can start making skateboards. And so you go buy a skateboard company and you start making skateboards. Why would, well, it, people will be mad at you for making skateboards now. Because they say, wait a minute now, little lady. You did great making bikes. Why are you going over here making skateboards now? Exactly. At the same time. What's so wrong with that? Should nobody be mad at that? You're taking care of your family, right? You're investing more money into something else that other people enjoy, right? And some people get salty. All these flavors, like your mom says, and you pick salty. I don't know. I guess people need to figure it out, huh? Figure it out, people. Well, thanks for joining me and this young lady over here, this 8-year-old young lady here on her off day. Thanks for joining me, ma'am. As we talked about aliens, bicycles, and investments, and puppies, and ring dings, and McDonald's. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share it with your friends, and let me know what you think. Take it easy.